There are no Kennedys in Congress these days, but in Massachusetts today, Joe Kennedy III announced he's running for a House seat. He's the grandson of the late Senator Robert Kennedy. The fight over Ted Kennedy's old Senate seat is already making national headlines, but this may be the one major race this year that doesn't use super PACs, those unregulated groups that raise huge sums of money from anonymous donors to spend on negative advertising. We asked Nancy Cordes to tell us why.
If there were ever two candidates who don't need outside help, it's Massachusetts Senator Scott Brown and his likely Democratic opponent, consumer advocate Elizabeth Warren. They both excel at fundraising and are savvy communicators.
I love this old truck. It's brought me closer to the people of this state.
Before you hear a bunch of ridiculous attack ads, I want to tell you who I am.
And yet their race is turning out to be so hard fought that outside groups can't resist getting in and have already spent millions on negative ads.
But instead of focusing on jobs, Elizabeth Warren sides with extreme left protests.
Scott Brown's gone to Washington, and something's gone horribly wrong.
But these are two candidates who like to control their own message. So they've signed an agreement to discourage outside groups, or super PACs, from airing ads in their race.
We're saying that we want to be able to run our own campaign.
Warren was traveling out of state the day we visited Massachusetts. But Senator Brown says they share the same view of super PAC ads.
I can't tell you one that's been accurate, just through independent fact checking. They're mostly false and misleading, and in Massachusetts, people deserve better.
By law, candidates cannot coordinate with the super PACs that support them, so Brown and Warren had to think of a way to stop them. They came up with a poison pill strategy. If a super PAC airs an ad against Warren, for example, then Brown's campaign must donate half the value of that ad to charity.
Listen, they can come and play, but no, if they do and they hurt one of the candidate's going to pay.
So far, most super PACs say they're on board, including the League of Conservation Voters, which has spent $2 million on ads against Brown.
And Brown voted repeatedly against protecting our environment and public health.
Naveen Nayak is the group's vice president.
We're kind of intrigued by the fact that this is an avenue for candidates to keep huge corporate special interest money out of elections.
But the outside help is so tempting that so far this pact has caught on in just one other Senate race in Montana. Nancy Cordes, CBS News, Worcester, Massachusetts.